Hey, I'm Ben with Fish and Ski Marine, and we are glad to be joined by Jeff Gussy Gustafson, the 2023 Bassmaster Classic Champion and Bassmaster Elite Fishing Series angler. So, welcome, Jeff. We're glad you were able to stop here and see us. You know, Jeff's here because we have the Bassmaster Classic next week that he's going to be participating in, and we think he's going to win. So, Jeff, welcome.
Hey, I can tell you one thing. It's nice to be in Texas right now. Weather's awesome. Big bass, best place in the country for big bass, I think. And yeah, I'm excited for next week for sure. And I should be wearing shorts right now. It's that nice out. But yeah, a little bit better weather than up north.
That's right. Yeah, today's warm, but we're glad you're here. So I put a list of questions together. It's nothing too tough, so I think you're going to do well. All right. So
let's do it.
All right. If you could throw one bait all year long, what would that be? So what's your favorite bait?
Oh, it's got to be the jig head minnow for me. Okay. And I used to do really well with it, using it on 2D, and now you're seeing everybody's using it with forward sonar. But yeah, it works all over the country for smallmouth, spotted bass, largemouths, and other species as well. Yeah. But it's just a really natural, and you're going to see guys catch big bass on it over the next week, or next week in the Classic for sure.
Yeah, if I had a choice, my favorite bait is just the topwater frog.
Yeah,
I just love seeing that action when they come up and hit it. But
it's hard to beat a topwater and especially a frog. Like if you can crack them on braid, and like that's as fun as it gets. Yep, but for me making a living, that jig head minnow's the deal, man. Yeah. It's tough to beat.
It's done well for you.
Yeah.
So you got tournaments to prove it and championships to prove it. So
yeah.
All right. So the next one is, what is the biggest bass you've ever caught?
I've got one over 10 pounder in my life. It was a 10-12 at Pickwick Lake in Alabama. And I actually caught it in a tournament, so that was pretty lucky. I caught a 9 1/4 yesterday on Lake Fork.
Nice.
So that's probably my biggest one in Texas.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go for that PB next week when it counts.
Yeah, let's do that. I think you're going to get a couple over 8. So
I hope so.
Let's go. All right. So you've been with Lund Boats for several years now, right? And you're one of their pros. But what is it about Lund, the boats, that you love?
Well, for me, I live in Lund country up north, and it's awesome to see a Lund dealer in Texas. As far as aluminum boats, a little bit more premium, high end, like inside the boat, just so many things for the angler, and a lot of one of the things I like the best is just about everyone that works up at New York Mills that builds these boats is an angler. And so there's just lots of cosmetic and little things on these boats that just make life easier for the angler, fisherman.
Yeah. Tons of storage in them. I always say they ride like a Cadillac.
Oh man, I get like the camera guys and the marshals always want to ride with me because it's you just don't bang in them, big water. And in Texas, I mean, you guys get wind probably more than anywhere else in the country, and big lakes too. Like you gotta deal with, for me, I got to go fishing regardless of how the weather is. I don't just get to pick the nice days. And so yeah, this boat, I can go out in any kind of conditions and do well with it.
Yeah, like you said, the people that build them, they fish out them. Like they say, they're built by fishermen for fishermen. So they've done well. All right. After you won the Bassmaster Classic in 2023, what's one thing that changed in your life that you can pinpoint?
For anyone that fishes tournaments, winning that one is the dream. I mean, I still have moments every week where like I can't believe that actually happened. But just probably all the people I like. Just over the last week fishing down here, I've had people like, "Hey, congratulations! I watched that 2 years ago. Good luck next week." And I guess more people know who you are. Like, and especially it's cool coming to a place like this, because so many people fish and bass fish, and it's part of the culture down here, and I love that.
So before that, did you have a life-size cardboard cutout of yourself?
No. And I mean, that stuff's cool.
Now we got it to show them. We'll show you a little bit, but
that's pretty cool, and definitely, it opened a lot of doors as far as just opportunities and sponsorship stuff, and a lot of good has come from it for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so we know it's going to be tough next week. There's a lot of great anglers in the tournament. And it's the best of the best. So I think you're going to do it. What are you going to do if you win this next week's tournament?
Oh man, it'll be a good party in Fort Worth on Sunday night, guaranteed. And then, you know, it takes the pressure off for the for the next year, because next year the Classic's back in Knoxville where I won, and I want to be in that tournament so bad. I got off to kind of a rough start in Florida, our first 2 Elite Series events, so I got a little hole to dig out of the rest of the year. But if you win, you're back in it again the following year. So I'm here to fish to win this week for sure, and you know, I'm gonna try and catch some big fish.
Well, we'll be rooting for you. Again, we thank you for stopping by. Everyone here at the Fish and Ski Marine and the Lund family are cheering you on. And so we're looking to see how well you do, and we'll be rooting for you.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm happy to be in Texas. I love fishing here, and yeah, it's good. We're gonna have a fun day today.
All right, folks, thank you. This is Jeff Gussy Gustafson, 2023 Bassmaster Classic Champion, and he will be bringing them in next week, bringing in some big ones. So start rooting for him. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.